Sometimes it's helpful if I kind of break it up by topic. So, okay, so let's go ahead and you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start actually looking more at the, what do I want to say, conversion optimization of your pants. Okay, so we'll just come into pants. Just the first thing I clicked on now, all pants. Okay, so couple things here right off the bat. So when we come into pants, firstly, this text is probably like maybe 10-point font, and I'm 33 and I have good eyes up close, but I'm still like having to focus to read this. So if you're going to have this, I would recommend that is at least 16 point. 14 can even be a little bit small. So make sure this is large enough to read. And then secondly, I don't think anybody's going to read that much. So I would really keep that to like a sub headline, if anything. Um,
So
yeah,
just on those, the whole idea was to, put text.
yes,
So, for SEO optimization.
yes,
Um,
great,
and so Google knew exactly what the page was about.
good.
Unfortunately, we didn't have a really good spot to to put it. So normally there's a but like a link there that it kind of cuts most of it, and then if the customer wants to decide to read it, they can click on it and it would open it up.
Got
For
it,
some reason, the link is not on that one, and
got it.
as far as I know, there was no option to put it at the bottom, which I would
Okay.
have preferred. But
Well,
so
so
I
you
don't know if
can't
you
put
have
it
any other
underneath the
options
products.
on that.
You
Say
can't
that
put it
again.
under the products.
No, because it's like a box in the back end of
Oh man,
Shopify,
got it.
and it's just that's where the text goes when you put it
Okay.
there.
Well, then that's what we have to work with. And that's, if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. What I would recommend is this. I would shorten this up. I would include a keyword. But all pants, can you change this?
Yeah.
You can change that. Okay. So I would recommend finding your biggest keyword when it comes to pants and then putting that here. You could say all chef pants. And so, for example, here, if we were to open up, and we won't mention this, you know what your keywords are and you know how to find these. But for example, if I just go to chef pants and we look this up, that's probably going to be one of the larger ones. Wait for this to load here. Magic tool. Okay, there you go. Chef pants commercial, right? Meaning people are purchasing 9,900 hits a month in the United States. Let me double check that. Where's my, yep, United States. So I would say, shop all chef pants, something like that. Um, yeah. And I think making sure you have the word, oops, sorry, I lost your site, chef pants in there is going to be big. And one of the reasons why I say this is because this is going to be your header one title. Make sure that is formatted as a header one. Because when Google bots, crawl your page, this is SEO terminology. When they go over your page and they read all this stuff, they're going to put the priority and the emphasis on your header one title. And so, yeah, there may be a couple keywords in here, and that's good. It might give it a little context, but a lot of times it's not even going to read this stuff. It's going to read this, and then, so this is your header one title, and then it will read these different titles in here. Okay, so we want to
Okay.
work on those titles as well as we get into this. But I would just say, um, you know, all chef pants, and then you could even say, like one way, how do I say this? Shop all, I'm just trying to think out loud here. All Fiamara chef pants, but then you're not necessarily the brand. Um, all yeah, I don't even know. You could make it a little longer than that and double up on the keywords. Here, watch this. Maybe we'll try this because I'm running short on ideas right now. Okay, so I'm going to come in. This is where the AI comes in. Okay, this is Chat GPT. Have you seen this yet, Robert?
Yes.
Okay, so we're coming into Chat GPT, and I am going to say, you are the owner of a uh, culinary apparel website. Now, as it turns out, I cannot spell anything, but you do not have to spell check like I'm doing right now. It turns out this thing is a genius in decoding gibberish. Um, and I mean, they've actually done studies where they will scramble every single word and it can tell you exactly what the sentence is. So
Oh, that's
typos
crazy.
don't matter. Yeah. Either way, you are the owner of a culinary website. I want you to help me make a keyword targeted title, TI, for my all chef pants page. Uh, and I'm going to come in here and say, make it, we'll say professional. Professional would probably be the tone we're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Professional and engaging. The keyword is chef pants, PANTS. And then we could even give it a secondary keyword and say use both. I mean, we could do that as well. Women's. Okay, interesting. Well, it seems like men's is the default, and then women are actually looking for specific chef pants. So women, so you could even say men's and women's potentially if that's accurate.
Yeah.
Um,
That would be accurate.
and yeah, and then you'd get to double up because they're actually looking to see where's there it is. Sorry, I'm getting lost in here. There we go. All chef pants, make it professional, engaging. The keyword, we're going to say the primary Mary keyword is chef pants, and I'm just going to give it that. Please also include the secondary keyword women's, WOMEN, women's chef pants. And then we're going to include that. And then we're going to say, give me, we'll just do 10 title ideas. Okay, so now I've prompted ChatGPT to give us some ideas that we can build off of. And I tell all my clients that ChatGPT is not the marketer. You're the marketer. You're the one that knows what sounds good, but it can create some pretty good ideas and you can guide it to give you what you want. So,
Mm.
um, so let's see here. Master your, yeah, see, this is getting a little bit fluffy, I think. Culinary. Okay, so I want to say, so it's got like discover. Oh, there we go. Discover premium chef pants. We could just say premium chef pants, men's. Do you have unisex? Is that a thing or is that not?
Yeah.
Okay. So we could say men's, women's, let's see, because we want women's chef pants to be the primary. So if we say, we could just say men's and women's chef pants. So what do you think about something to that effect? Premium chef pants. So you got that keyword in there once. Shop men's and women's chef pants.
Okay.
Is that
No,
reasonable? Now it's
that would
not
be reasonable.
okay. So we're
But
trying
I
to
think what's going to happen on this is, if I remember correctly, whatever is that title is also going to be on the drop down.
so that's really long.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe you keep it chef pants, but I would definitely say chef
Maybe we keep
pants for
it.
the keyword.
What happens? We put like men's and women's chef pants
You could do that.
or shop chef pants.
Yeah,
Sure,
shop
it
chef.
sure beats all pants because we don't know what kind of pants they are.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. The main thing with the site is that you're hitting the keyword chef pants because that's your primary. Now, if it
Yeah,
were only this title by, I didn't know it, I
all
didn't know
pants.
it was going to be on here as well. So that would definitely be too long, I think. Keep that simple. I
Yeah.
like that. I would go chef pants. If you could add more, then we could say, and we could even say that in here and go for men's, women's, and add that in here if we can't do it in the header one. Okay.
Gotcha.
So maybe what we do is we just say all chef pants. That way we know. And then
Yeah.
in here, we simplify this a little bit, but keyword targeted. Say, discover if it, and I think that might even be better in this. So we want to shorten, but we want to, I would say discover Fiamara's premium chef pants collection, shop men's and women's chef pants, something like that, and keep it short because nobody's going to read this long thing. And also we can keyword target it without being so long as well. And it's more like, I would also in there, I would say, got men's and women's chef pants, and then say something like, and get 10% off your first purchase with Fiamara, something like that. So you're reminding them that they've got that discount in there.
Mm, that's
Okay.
a great idea.
And just put
Hey,
that on all
quick
of these pages.
question.
Yeah.
Um, could you click on coats?
Yeah. Let's go to coats. All right. We're going to coats. Show more.
See this? Yeah, so that's how we have it set up. I'm not exactly sure why the pants, but
Hmm.
as you see, we have the show more, and the whole idea was to get all the text in there, put it with keywords, and then because we figured, customers aren't going to read it,
Nope.
but we needed a. Do you think is that a good
Great
option?
question.
Or
You know what I would do? Because you're not wrong. If it's hidden like that, then that's not bad. I would just make sure this first part here is the part that you've designed this for customers and keywords, and the rest you've got written for keywords, and that's fine. Chef coats, that looks great. Um, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's fine because
got it.
I don't
Okay,
think
yeah.
anybody's going to show more, and then presumably Google can read all that in there. Actually, Google can read all that in there because I know what the code looks like on the back end for a show more thing.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, that should be fine. I think that's okay. And I do like you have the one long sentence here. I might simple it, chef ready serve. So we got short and long sleeve options. I mean, that's good. And then I like that there's a double enter and then it kind of goes out. I think that that's pretty workable. So yeah, I think that's kind of, this is what I was going for. Maybe a little bit shorter, but this is what I was going for on the pants page. Something about, that long or a little bit less.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, this is great. Um, okay. And now when you make changes, have we talked about indexing pages onto Google?
No.
Okay. So let me see if I can't pull that up. I don't know if I have your Google Search Console. Let me check. Okay. So when you make changes, Google's algorithms, Google's bots, I do have it. Awesome. Okay. So Google's bots go onto your website and they read it. And the question is, well, how often do they do that? And it just kind of depends on your website. So, for
Mhm.
example, on this page, we'll go back over to pants because there are some changes that we'll maybe make there. Oh, look at that. It just
There it
worked.
goes.
There you go. So maybe just
That's
keep it like that. Okay. But I would say,
oh, so how did you get there?
how did that happen? That didn't say that before. All pants.
Oh, you know what it is?
Is Alex making
When you
changes in
click
real
on,
time?
if you click on pants, I think it goes all to chef pants. If you click and you scroll down to all pants, it goes to all pants.
Yeah,
Ah,
correct.
okay, got it. That's interesting. Okay. Well, either way,
So
let's say you
that's
make,
right for the categories.
okay. Well, yeah, that might be something to look at. If you make changes, what you want to do is you just want to copy your URL that you made the changes to. Okay,
Mhm.
open your Google Search Console account. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah,
Okay,
it's been a long time, but I've been
that's
there.
o- that's okay. So what this does is it keeps a track of all your live pages and your URLs. And right now, Google Search Console is telling us that you have one page on Google, which is very interesting.
It's saying that we have one page.
One page indexed on Google. So view data about indexed pages, that page, probably your homepage. Yeah, there you go. Fiamaraapparel.com is the page that's indexed. Now let's come down here. sitemap could not fetch the sitemap. Okay, so we've got some issues in here. We'll see if we can't resolve some of this right now. But either way, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, drop in the new URL, and this is the URL inspection tab. Okay, so inspect any URL. We're going to go here. We're going to hit enter. It says the URL is not in the property. Fiamara Apparel. Ah, well, I know why that's happening because I'm in Fiamara Culinary. I don't actually have access to this website. So that is Fiamara Apparel, Fium.
Yeah, if you remember correctly,
Right.
Fumara Apparel is just it's a
That's the
splash
one
page that,
page site. Right.
yeah, that leads you to either culinary or medical.
Got it. Okay. Well, either way, so if you were then to go, do you have the ability to grant me access to Fiamara Culinary?
Yeah, I mean, to the website itself,
No, to the Google Search Console.
I'm sure I can.
Because if you can do that, we can look at that and I can show you the act. I was like, they have like a gajillion products. Why is only one? Yeah, if I can see the
Yeah,
real one, then we can actually go in and kind of walk through this process and you can kind of see what that looks like.
okay, let's do it.
Awesome. Now it's Google
Okay.
Search Console.
Oops. Oops. Okay. See here.
And I can show you how to give me access when you get logged in.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go to, I believe, let's see here, settings, and then you'll see something about users right here. I cannot see it because you're the owner of this account, but it should say
Yeah,
access.
users permission,
Yep. And then
add a
just add my
user.
email, and then that will show up for me.
I'm just gonna use your email
Yeah. Perfect.
or yeah. Yeah, pull that up.
Yeah. Just let me know when you grant that, and then I will.
Okay,
Got it.
just
Okay.
did.
Fiamara Medical. I got medical.
Yeah, you should be able to
Both.
toggle it out over on the left, top left hand corner. Or maybe I have to add you again on that one as well. All
Yeah,
right,
probably
let's do
both.
it again.
All right.
Yep.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
641, 3 months. Medical's growing in traffic. That's nice.
Yeah, we're adding a lot of new products, but yeah, and we're working on revamping the look, which we haven't done in 10, maybe 8 to 10 years.
I get
So
you. Yeah, it's definitely growing. That's awesome.
yeah, definitely we're trying to keep it moving forward, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so
That's
you can see
great.
those. This tells you who's coming in from Google, and this is only Google. So 16 months ago, I've got it on the longest time frame. You know, you were between 0 and 2 hits a day, and now it looks like you're between maybe on the low end, 2 and as high as 14, which is, it's good growth.
Yeah.
So your impressions are way up.
I got a
You've
long
used,
ways to go.
that's all right. One day at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, so did we get in there?
Yeah, you should be in.
VMR culinary. There we
Okay.
go. Okay. So let's say that there we go. Oh, look at that. You got a New Year's spike. Nice. 87 hits in a day. That's really great. Okay. So if you go and you update a page, this is what you want to do. You want to go in here, copy the URL, and we want to tell Google, this is called a force crawl or a force index. Instead of waiting for Google to find you, which could take, I've seen it take 3 months, 6 months. You don't want to wait around for Google to find your updates that long. You just come here, go ahead, paste in the link, hit enter. It's going to take a second to retrieve the data, and then it's going to tell you if the page is live on Google. So here, if it's not, you'll see a gray little minus icon, but this says URL is on Google. And if you you can see all the details here. It comes from your sitemap, so you've submitted that, which is great. And the last crawl was on January 29th, which was 3 days ago. Okay, so if you want to tell Google you've made changes, you're just going to request indexing. It takes maybe 60 seconds to submit, and you're good to go. And then Google will put it on its priority crawl queue, and it will crawl you usually inside of 24 hours instead of who knows how long. It's however busy they are. Okay.
Yeah.
And let me just look here. Sitemap. Yep, you've got all your, so I see here, culinary.com/sitemap XML. So you do have your sitemap submitted. So Google can check that for new pages as those go live. So that's great. This looks good. So that's how you submit a new page. All right, if you've changed. All right, so any questions on submitting pages that you have recently edited?
No, no questions on that.
All right. So let's continue then, and let's go into some specific products. And let me see here. Let's see. Baggy ship. Okay. So let's go here. Quick view. Now, have you guys changed your titles? Because I think your titles actually used to be different. Am I right?
Yeah, we did. Well, we were, yeah, at one point we were putting part numbers
Yep.
in the title,
I remember that.
because we were having an issue where customers would call and be like, "Hey, I want that chef coat, but I want the chef work chef coat." Well, yeah, which one's that? The
Right.
black one. Well, out of 50 of them,
Yep.
it's kind of hard to figure out which black one they want.
I
you
totally
know. So I know you said too, that it's not, they're not going to, with the titles with the part numbers in, uh,
And we
that it
said
wouldn't
put that
show
in
up
the
on
details.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It
we
won't show
do
up on
have the
Right.
SKUs there in the bottom now.
Good.
And,
SKU.
and
Yep.
we
There it is.
moved, for the most part, we moved the part numbers out of there.
Okay.
So
And your system still functions though, yeah?
yeah,
Good.
it's still working.
Great. Okay, that's one of the things because sometimes you got to be, aware of how the system works and not just doing SEO. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, and I think I already noticed you have been keyword targeting. So I see your brand, small check. I don't know what small check means. Is that the
Pattern
pattern? Okay, small
on the
check, basic baggy chef pants. I mean, that looks pretty good because what I was going to tell you is make sure you're keywording. I see chef pants, I see chef works, and so this is something that could possibly show up on a Google search just because you've got these keywords in here. So I don't even have to say keyword target your title. I thought that's something we were going to spend some time on. So that's awesome. You've obviously got all the types. Add to cart is fine. Sizing chart. Okay. So description. Um, give me, I apologize. Give me one moment.
Sure.
Yep. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So something you can do also, if you want to get some extra text in here, because to your point, on loading, or excuse me, on information about the product. If you want to add more, I will show you maybe loosely how to do this, and then you can apply this how you want. I'm not saying you've got to add more under your description. I think this description looks really good. I think it looks like loose fitting pants with drawstrings, an elastic waistband, two side pockets, and one back pocket. The pants are tapered with legs. Is this the manufacturer description?
We rewrite all the manufacturer subscriptions. So basically, we've taken the manufacturer's description, rewrote it, just to make sure
Okay,
that we're not copying it.
good. Well, what I would
But this just yeah, just let you know, this is an older product, so
okay,
our product descriptions have um evolved since then.
okay, okay.
So
Is there
should
a
we take
better
a
one
look
to
at
look at?
the newer one?
Yeah,
Chef coats. Give me 1 second.
yeah.
Go to chef coats and the like the Qatar chef coat at the top.
This one right here.
Yeah,
Oh, Qatar. Got
yeah,
it.
the
Okay,
Qatar.
let's check it
Yep.
out. All right.
Sorry
Modern
about that.
classic combination, chef jacket, chef shirt. Okay, so I see the keyword in there. Great. That's awesome. Those are intentionally chosen, I assume.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Okay.
I didn't do them, so
That's
but
okay.
I always make sure to tell them, make sure that it's got keywords in it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you how to make this way faster. Okay. So when you're talking about your bottom line and increasing, uh, are you paying, is this Alex who does this, or is this someone else who does this?
No, so basically we're having yeah, we have another guy that does it. Grabs the he grabs the description from the manufacturer, puts it in the chat GBT and
Okay.
has them rewrite it.
Okay, good. Does he tell it what the keywords are? Do you know?
I don't know if he tells it to write it for SEO purposes, but I don't know if he knows what the keywords are.
Okay. So that's probably something you will want to clarify with him as he continues. And I think it's
Okay.
good as using ChatGPT, and I think we'll get a little bit deeper into ChatGPT here because this is how you can shave off a lot of time from managing the site. Okay. And this is the same kind of thing that we do over here with ClickMill with our clients. With You can reduce costs by 99% in a lot of cases, and that's not
Nice.
really an exaggeration. So the first thing that we will want to do, okay, in ChatGPT, so that you get the best results out of, this gentleman who's doing this, is we're going to come to what's called Explore GPTs, and we're going to create what is called an agent. Are you familiar with AI agents yet?
No.
Okay. Well, this is going to blow your mind. So an agent is essentially a, what do you want to say? A person who can act autonomously. And obviously, it's not a person in a philosophical sense, but it acts independently of other people. And that is the direction these are going. So that you understand, Robert, you will basically, in the next 6 to 12 months, be able to tell one of these agents, I want you to review my website, review my keyword list, and I want you to write everything according to these exact sort of SEO parameters. And it's going to run through your website constantly or every 24 hours and update with the most recent keywords. And you won't need a person to do that. Okay. So
Wow.
this is the kind of thing that is, I mean, right around the corner. And that's why I'm kind of focusing in on this for you, because, if you're on that kind of leading edge, you're going to be able to save a lot of costs.
Sure.
So my GPT, okay, so we're going to come in here. So these are ones that I have made, but we're going to go ahead and create a new one. Okay. So um, we're going to say culinary product description, description writer. Okay. And maybe you put a description in there, maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter as long as you know what it does. Maybe you put the description in for your team. Now, the instructions here is how we tell it exactly what we want it to do. Okay. And when you tell it what to do, you can specify very specific boundaries and parameters that this agent is going to talk with you within. Okay. And so we can say, you are the world's best SEO expert and sales copywriter. You work for a chef clothing website that sells name brand. Is that correct? Name brand?
Yeah.
Okay. Chef, Aperal, App, probably spelling it
APPAREL, yeah.
AR. Oh,
AREL, yeah.
got it. Okay. Chef apparel. Your job is to write, is to take the text given to you by the user, uh, and output product descriptions that are engaging to the reader, include a call to action, mention, do you want me to include a 10% first time discount?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I'm just, whatever you say is what it'll do. Mention the first time shopper discount of 10% off, and keyword target the description with a 1% keyword density, and that is basically 1 out of 100 is a 1% density. Now, I don't know if it's going to really be able to do that. It has been getting updates lately, so it may not, but that gives it sort of a baseline to operate off of. Follow the outline provided, and this is called provided in the example description below. Okay. Now, this is what we call a single shot output, and a shot, I don't know why AI people call it these technical words, because it just means look at the example, the single example, and then format yours like the example. So, I mean, it's really, really easy.
Okay.
So let's say we really like this one, 6535 recycled polyester, something, side slits. Okay, so let's just say this is the ideal product description. You love it. It's keyword targeted. It's written, in exactly the way we want. We can bring this into the instructions. There we go. And then what we can do is we can begin testing this AI. Now, the next thing we can do is we can also have it review the whole product page if we want. So, for example, we can say to your, employee who's making these, give it the URL for this. And so,
Okay.
for example, here we can say, your job is to take the text given to you by the user and output a product description. Okay. Okay. And then we'll say, take the text given to you by the user and begin by reviewing the URL provided to better understand the product. Then output. Okay, so we're just giving it further and further clarification on things. Okay, now, so let's just say that's what we want. I'm going to save this agent. I'll give this to you. By the way, you can continue to build on this.
Wow.
But either way, so we're going to come in here. And now what I'm going to do is we begin to test this as I'm going to put the URL in here for the product. And then I'm going to say primary keyword chef jacket. Let's just say that's what it is. And let's just see what we get out. So it's doing research with Bing. It's pulling up your website right now. Here we go. So it did use like a product number there. Short sleeve chef combines modern style, traditional jacket function. Okay. So now one thing you'll notice is it is using a lot of what we have, but it's not bullet pointing this stuff. So,
Yeah.
I could go in and say, I want you to have a short 50-word description that includes the keyword, bullet point this. Beyond that, what do you want to say? The features. Where's the website? I'm losing it. The features down here, I want you to bullet point. And so we can go in and we can have it do that. And so what this is going to do, and this is not quite as impressive as I was hoping it would be coming right out the top. Nope, there we go. That's not working. But once you get this fine-tuned and you give it the exact specifications on how you would like it done, it's going to output this stuff essentially instantly. So here, polish dart on the back. I think that's different. Okay. Okay. Output a product description, engaging you could call to action. Okay, so let's see if it even put a call to act. Well, include a call to action, product description, example product description. And then begin by reviewing the URL, understand, okay, write an engaging, let's say 50-word and see how that comes out, description, followed by a bullet point list of the main features and benefits, BEN, and of benefits of the product. Okay, so fix that. Again, you don't really have to do this, but so you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now what we can do is bring it back in and try it again and see if this is going to give us a better output. And one thing I noticed about my last test there is that it did not give us a good output because I gave it the same product as I used in its training. So maybe we actually come back over to baggy pants and have it with the example we gave it, rewrite our pants. All right.
Yeah.
Which would be a better idea because it's just using the exact same product that I trained it with. Okay, so come back over and, oh, I don't know why I did that. That's not what I want. I want the URL. And we'll say baggy chef pants. Men's, yeah, we'll say baggy chef pants as the keyword. Of course, you can decide what it is as you work with these things. But okay, so we're going to say link keyword is baggy chef pants. Okay, and we'll let it run again, and we'll probably notice it's going to put the output out a little bit differently than before. And we're just looking for it to give us, basically what we want. So there we go, 50-word description and a bullet point list. And now you can kind of begin to see that this could be pretty quick, and it's going to be a little bit longer on the bottom there, calling people to action, but also giving Google more to rank with.
Yeah.
So I'll just look here real quick. Control F, chef. Oh, let's look up baggy. Aha. So baggy chef pants, baggy chef pants, baggy chef pants. So this has got 3 keywords in there, which is great. Chef works, cool. So you've got the title in there, which is also awesome because you've got another keyword there. Made, and it's got the, now what I would do for the first couple tests is actually just test this, make sure it's using real information, which I'm sure it is, but we'd still want to peek. And then down here, upgrade your chef wardrobe with these baggy chef pants, experience unmatched comfort and functionality. Don't forget to utilize your first time shopper discount for 10% off your purchase. You could say, always say enter get 10 at checkout if you want to give them the coupon code in there. These pants are not just attire, they're a testament to your dedication and passion for the culinary arts. Okay, so there you go. And now what you can do is not only can the guy who's working these on your website go in and be using ChatGPT like he is, but you can tell him, okay, here's how you choose the keyword for whatever page you're doing. And what you're going to do is all you're going to do is give ChatGPT the keyword and give it the URL. And that's all he has to do. And it gives him the description. And so that is going to give your website a more refined output because he doesn't have to know all of the exact keyword targeting rules and how to write
Sure.
everything. ChatGPT is trained with it, and all he needs to do is get the link and get uh, the link and the keyword. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay. Is that helpful for you?
Yeah, that's very helpful.
Okay.
No, that's great information. I had no clue that.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
I
gets,
know he was entering it in, and I know you could enter, you can say it right there in the front. I didn't know you could have this like agent that
yeah.
does it.
And
He,
soon this is going to
yeah.
be able to go in and do all this by itself. That is where this is going. It may be possible right now, but it's still fairly complex to get it to do that. I've been trying to catch up with this stuff for the last year. So um, that is that is definitely something that is going to be simplified even in the next 6 to 12 months, I would assume. Either way. So another thing that you can do is give it a bunch of examples of descriptions that you approve of. And so, for example, if this is one that you like with the example description, this is called a single shot output. You can make what's called a multi-shot output. And a multi-shot output is where you give the AI 50 examples or 100 examples of this type of thing. So the way I
Mm,
would do that is I would look up your best selling products, review which ones are best selling, and start breaking down how does this description work? And is this selling the product for any particular reason, and seeing if there is a common description between your best-selling products, seeing if there's even anything there, and start telling ChatGPT, hey, I want you to write it like this product, this product, this product. You can give this thing 10,000 pages of uh, knowledge, custom trained knowledge base. And so
mhm,
you just download that to a PDF or a Word doc and then just say upload file. And then you just come here. Let's just say that's your file. You just go ahead and upload it. And then in the instructions, you will say refer to your custom knowledge base for the format I want you to write every, whatever description in.
mhm.
Okay. So this is really helpful. Like for me on my end, I've done tons and tons of consulting and training with clients, and I can just upload all of that into the knowledge base and then say, I want you to write an article on this keyword, review your knowledge base, and write it like I would write it. I mean, it's a little more complicated than that, but basically it can learn how I would approach a problem and then reflect that in the writing. And then I can review the writing and just give it tweaks. Um, so based on what you already have, you can tell it what to do next time. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's great.
All right. So we'll save that and I'll send you this in the chat right now. You can just keep this.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And this is the paid version, which is like $25 a month. So just so you know that. But here we go. I'm going to send that. Oh, it's too long. I'll email it to you because I have it
Okay.
saved. Now, the next thing you can do when you're chatting with ChatGPT is this is brand new and this is a crazy cool tool that you can work with in your workflow. But let's say you want a title for let's say your product titles. Well, let's say that you have created multiple, and you can see we have ClickMail blog, ClickMail course content creation. So we've got a bunch of these custom agents that my team uses over here. I tell it what I want in there because, I'm the one who knows how I want things. And then they just use the agent, and the agent optimizes their efficiency by a ton. And what you can do now is you can go ahead and hit the at button and then select whatever you want. So for example, culinary product description. So let's just say I want to do the culinary product description, and we'll do for, headwear, and we'll just click on this one. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to give it the link. And then I'm going to say keyword, and we're just testing it, is fancy pants hat. And we'll see if it embeds that into. So what we're doing is we're creating a workflow in a single chat, but we can use a bunch of these different agents. Okay. Okay, so you'll notice right here, it is using the keyword that I gave it, fancy pants hat. So it's not just pulling from the page, it's actually taking the keyword into consideration that I want. Control F,
Yeah.
fancy. Okay, so it only used it once, which is okay. I mean, this is probably about 100 words. Now, let's say I want an image of that. So what I'm going to do, so how do I say this? The way that you think about these agents is almost like a person who's specialized in working with a particular thing. So right now, as Brett, I'm talking to my product description writer, and I'm like, oh, hey, Joe, can you write me a description for this URL? And Joe's like, hey, no problem. Here it is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit the at button again, and I'm going to go over to my graphic designer image generator, and I'm going to say, create me a hyper real image of a chef skull cap, chic and functional for culinary professionals. Okay, of that. And we'll say, make the hat bright pink. Now I said hyper real image because I want it to be like real to life. That's what we're looking for.
Mm.
Make the hat bright pink and give it to me in wide formatting. So this could be a YouTube thumbnail. This could be an image. Now, it's obviously not going to be perfect, but I'm just showing you how we can chain these different agents.
Sure.
Okay. So we're talking to our graphic designer, and it's going to create us an image. And I mean, there's just an unlimited number of things that these can do. And you can hook up all kinds of custom actions to these. And so there's your
Wow.
chef hat. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that wild? And
that's pretty wild.
this does not pull from other websites, so that you understand this is not a copyrighted image. This is completely generated from the AI pixel by pixel, basically. So this is
Mm.
yours. And then, of course, what you can do is you can download. And this is, this isn't going to be as useful. This would maybe be good for like general website pictures. So what I might say is go to, let me just get the primary site here. Okay. So I could say review this website and create me a wide image for the hero image. There. We'll go there. And so now I've got my, graphic designer reviewing the text on the homepage of the website and then creating a matching image that might look good for your background image. And not that you need a new one. I'm just kind of giving you some ideas on how you can implement this sort of
Yeah.
functionality. There you go. And so, that looks crazy, and I would not put that on the website, but you get an idea. We could say, no, I
Yeah.
want something more realistic. I
You
want a real
can,
person in a kitchen,
yeah. I'm
whatever.
sure you can fine tune it.
Yes, exactly. So I just want to kind of show you, because really it's the imagination is the limit, but you can chain these things together and just have it do one after the other. And it's, now I'm going to hit the and I'm going to pull in the ClickMill blog and say, now write a blog um, about how to, we'll say for the keyword restaurant, RESTARAUNT, restaurant growth for this site, and then we'll just go ahead for the keyword restaurant growth for the site. And now I've got my blog, custom made blog writing AI, and we'll wait for it here for a second. And it's doing research. on restaurant growth. It's looking at the results, search results. We're going to give it just a second here. And then we'll move back over to your site. Okay, so here you go. Maximizing restaurant, wait for it, growth. So it says up here, drawing insight from various resources, the following blog outlines an offer comprehensive approach on achieving restaurant growth. And now it's going to outline an article, and you basically just say, great, write section 1, write section 2, write section 3. And now you're showing up for restaurant growth. One way to grow your restaurant is to have professional culinary attire. And here are the top brands you want to consider. And then you link to a bunch of your products. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. And then, of course, it's actually referencing other websites and consultants on how to grow their restaurants. But either way, so this is an outline, and then you would drop in each section and have it expand those if you like the content it outputted for this article. Okay. But anyway, that to say, you can chain these together, and you'll notice we just created product images, titles, descriptions, and whole blogs, or at least blog outlines in the span of 10 minutes or so. Okay. And in the future, those agents will work autonomously as they're tested and as the world feels comfortable to release AI onto the internet unsupervised, which is coming. That's a weird thing to say.
Which is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, which is coming. So, okay, great. So that is how you can more quickly really refine and specify those descriptions, and that can speed up the number of hours it's going to take your writer to create these and to create them fairly quickly. Now, something I would recommend here is, if you can, and I don't know how feasible this is, I don't really specialize in Shopify, but you've got your product description, which looks great. And I know we've discussed on your homepage that, trusted brands, which is great. But what I thought you had, satisfied customers, and then you actually had the names of your customers as well, like the big brands. Sorry.
Yeah, so we actually did that on the medical site.
Oh, excellent.
And so basically it's on every product page,
Excellent.
and it says like featured customers. We need to bring that over to the culinary site as well.
Absolutely.
And
And so that
you
was
want to take a
going to
look at it
be,
and let me know your thoughts on that, because
yeah,
I
let's
was
look at
thinking
it.
just moving it straight. I mean, doing the exact same thing on the
Yeah.
culinary side.
Let's take a look. I think if I remember right, it looked good. I thought maybe you removed it. But yeah, it's this site. Okay. So let's look here. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Featured customers. I might make that a little bigger, bold it.
Okay.
And similar items. That's great. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's great. Featured customers. Boom, boom, boom. I wouldn't even say featured. I'd say satisfied customers.
Okay.
And because then they're thinking, oh my gosh, Toshiba, universities buy from these guys and they're satisfied, as opposed to they're just featuring some of their customers. They're satisfied customers. So I would do satisfied and make this a little bigger so it stands out. But this is awesome. I think that looks great. I would definitely bring that over. Now, a couple other things that I would recommend to increase the trust, and because basically your sales page here, when we're talking about sales rates and conversion rates, add to cart rates and things, this is about anxiety. And people are more afraid of losing than they are, afraid of not gaining. And that is a psychological, I mean, they've done tons of studies on that. So what we want to do is we want to reduce their fear of what can be lost. Okay. So first is this site a scam? Are they going to steal my credit card or something to that effect? And so the first thing we can look at, and we'll come over here and we'll just look up badges, BADG badges, for ecom. And we'll just come to images. Now, you're definitely going to want to make sure you don't copyright anything here, but I'm just showing you images. I would try to get a matching set. Um, Something that's, whatever. I don't think it's super crazy, but for example, secure ordering. Another way this can be shown is it's SSL secure, whatever it is, SSL, 100% secure payment, secure ordering, SSL secured. Um,
Hmm.
you want padlocks. And these types of things have actually been shown to increase sales rates because people see that security has at least been considered and you're not just, you know, who knows what. So if
Yeah.
you offer great customer service, throw it in. If you offer easy or free returns, throw that in there. If you any extra stuff that's going to be valuable, let them know. If there's a satisfaction guarantee, put that in there. Whatever the shipping is. I know you said you run into shipping issues, and that's understandable. But if you do have fast free shipping, put that in there. Um, yeah, and you know, I would recommend throwing in a couple of those
Okay.
because again, and those can go, where is that? Just like I keep missing the page. There we go. If it can go even right under the add to cart button, that would be awesome,
Oh, okay.
right? Because they're
Gotcha.
looking at add to cart and they're like, oh, look, when I add to cart and I go through this process, it's safe and secure checkout. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And they have customer service available and this stuff. So they're looking at add to cart, they're feeling safer. They're like, okay, they're actually here for me. This is a real business. Um, and one of the ways we can alleviate anxiety is by grounding the website in reality. Okay. So to just have a web page off in uh digital space somewhere, anybody can make a
Hmm.
page and you don't really know if it's trustworthy. But when you then say, here are our satisfied customers, and you put some big brands on there, they're like, oh wow, well, if Samsung trusts them, I can trust them. Um, if you can put some testimonials, and I know you guys have a review feature, and that's awesome. Even if you go underneath each product and just put like two or three what our shoppers are saying, and then just get like two or three of your best reviews and just put them at the bottom of every page, that's gonna
Ah, okay.
and even if this product isn't reviewed, that puts something on there that people can see and go, okay, well, maybe no one's bought this one, but look, people really like the service, the products overall. It would also be really good if you had one in there that was like, hey, something didn't show up quite right, but we talked to whoever, Robert or whoever on the phone. They were super helpful and they got it replaced, really quickly. If you've got like a something went wrong, but they saved the day type thing, that actually builds
Yeah.
more trust in some cases than just everything went fine. Um, so you can add some reviews to the bottom there. If you have any certifications, that was one of the things on that page. I don't think you guys have to have any certifications. Certifications can be useful if you have any publications. Occasionally that can be, though, if you're featured, if your apparel has been featured or your site's been featured in like a culinary magazine, that can
Mm.
ground your website in reality and build authority. That's an option as well. But those are some things I would also add in there to just kind of build the credibility and the authority of each product and just kind of help people to know that this is a real company, real people actually trust them. And customer service, if I have a problem, someone's actually going to be able to take a call. Um, People have had problems and they've resolved those problems. You can also add your Google. A lot of websites will have like their star review from Google, I don't know, whatever, TripAdvisor, whatever all the different things are
Yeah.
that you're on, and say, here's our, don't take our word from it. Look at our reviews. And so all of those things say, okay, it's not just me taking these people's word for it. There are you know, other places where these people have been sort of vetted and approved. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's going to bring down.
Yeah, can I, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I could like take say an email that we got from one of our customers and
Yeah.
just drop it down there, put it in a spot somewhere on the product page.
Yep, absolutely.
Gotcha.
And as long as it's, as long as it's honest, because we do this on our side, but it's, of course, always want to accurately represent. You can look up the
Do you?
star emoji, something to this effect,
Yeah.
and you can put 5 stars in front of it in it. And I don't like just saying 5 stars because it just blends in with the rest of the text. When you see 5 stars, you're like, oh, it's a good review. It's a 5 star review or something like that. So even
Do
if they say
you
five
need to
stars,
get like, oh, quick question. Do you
yeah,
need to get like, customers okay to do that, or is that something you just,
yeah, I think you just got to feel it out. There are like I did some public speaking for some large ministries, and I said, hey, what are your testimonials? What are your reviews? What went well? What could have been better? And, those are just direct reviews from clients. I'm not going to ask for those. And when they say,
Mhm.
5 star in the review, I'm just going to stick the stars on there, throw it on the website. That's fine. In other
Gotcha.
cases, like with large organizations that I might have like a non-disclosure agreement with, I might be a little bit more sensitive about that and say, is it okay if we use your logo as one of our satisfied customers? Because I don't know if it's like, don't tell anyone that you work with us or don't
Yeah.
tell people our internal processes. And that's different. So I'll let them decide. In this case, can I use this as a training? Well, I don't, we don't have anybody we're competing with. I'm unaware of anybody who has a chef site. It's mostly pastors and Christian entrepreneurs. So, you know, I'm going to ask you and see if it's okay with you. And if it's not, that's fine. But I kind of feel it out and just see if there's a reason why it would be a problem and make sure I check it with them if it is. Could be.
Yeah. So yeah, especially if you got a, what do you call it? Yeah, non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, something like that. You obviously want to, do it all on the up and up. But, some clients,
Sure.
they're like, we're your biggest fan. Do whatever you want. We don't care. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Um, but to that, yeah, if it's like an email from someone, say, my goodness, we really appreciate your feedback, and we were so encouraged by this. Would you be willing to allow us to feature your, comment and then quote exactly what part you want to use, on our website for other customers, potential customers to kind of see your experience, and they're probably going to say yes.
Mhm.
So
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Um, you can even tell them like we'll use your first name and the first letter of your last name, but we won't give your last name or something to that effect. Whatever you want to do, you could just do first name or something like that. Um, anyway, any other questions on that?
No, I thought that was really good. Yeah.
Great. Well, we've got about 15 minutes left. Is there anything you would like me to go into more specifically that I haven't answered or I haven't gotten to yet?
Hmm. I mean, I think you went really thorough into the website. Oh yeah, yeah. So like, can we take a look at like the business accounts page?
What business account? Yeah, yeah, let's look at that.
Yeah, right there on top.
Okay.
So this is we've been trying to, drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been really focusing on trying to get, bigger customers, so
Yes.
restaurants and stuff like that. And we've actually done fairly well,
Good.
using emails and stuff like that. But I don't know, at some point we were getting, customers coming in and working, actually putting their information into the site, but all of a sudden it kind of seemed to have died off a little bit. And I'm not sure
Mhm.
if it was the emails that were driving it to them, or if maybe
Okay. So this is what I would
there
do
was,
to start narrowing that down. Okay. There's going to be two primary drivers of your website's traffic, presumably your emails, but also Google is sending people obviously in. Okay.
yeah,
As far as I know, you don't have like a huge, crazy social media presence. Am I
no,
understanding that correctly?
no, we really don't.
Awesome. Okay. So let's come over here. VMR Culinary. We're going to go to pages and we're going to look at the history of that particular page. Okay. So actually, I'm going to go to URL inspection. No, what am I doing? Overview, full report. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to pages down here at the bottom. So we're going to isolate that single page. and I'm going to come and go 500 pages. And then I'm going to paste in, I'm going to hit Control F. I'm going to paste in that exact page. And I am apparently giving my computer a hard time here. So it actually doesn't look like that page is on Google.
Wow,
From, oh,
that's good news.
you've got 800 pages though. So yeah, this is why my computer's slowing down, because I've got 500 showing up. Okay, let's go to the next page and check the next page, and that should show us everything. There it is. Okay,
Okay.
so we're going to click on that specific page and it's going to pull up 3 months. We're going to go to 16 months. Now, what we're looking for, if you were getting a lot of traction and then that died off, well, let's see what happened. So I do see you were getting more impressions in the past,
Mhm.
but I mean, there's 100 total. So I don't think this is going to be leading to much sales. You got 100 impressions through Google. So I'm going to say almost certainly if emails and your Google are your primary traffic drivers, 100 impressions on Google in the last year and a half, yeah, is not going to be getting you. I mean, maybe if you got a 3% sales rate, which would be high, I think, for most e-com sites, I think you're probably looking at like maybe one sale for all of this. So I don't think this is going to be the primary driver. Does that answer your question there?
Yeah, so then most likely it's our email
Yes.
campaigns.
Okay.
Now,
So,
I mean, when you look at that site,
yep.
so, and I have the like, if you go to the medical site, we just like updated it and we tried to, make the messaging a lot more simple.
Good.
And I was wondering if you could tell me if we are heading in the right direction. Could you compare it to the medical site versus what we've done to the culinary site
Yeah.
and your
Well,
thoughts? And then how would we get more traffic to
let me do
those
this
particular
first.
pages? Because
Uh-huh.
um yeah, so here on the medical side it would be group orders, but it's the same thing,
Yeah, of
just
course.
said differently.
Okay. Well, what we'll do, because what I want to do first is, let me see, medical, and you got group orders. Okay. So let's take a peek at both of these.
But yeah, so if you look at the medical, you can see there's a lot more to it. We bullet pointed it, but there's 5 bullet points. We tried to
Yeah,
clean it up and bring it down to, 3 or 4.
that's awesome. Yes, I think this definitely looks more simple. If possible, I would make the text bigger though. And I'd also maybe get rid of this image, because this image is pushing all of the actual information down the screen. Or
Mm.
maybe, send like put the text or the title on the image. I know this is different on Shopify and there's limited design option, but the image is kind of pushing things down. So I would want to see that text a little higher up, because when we come onto the screen, it's kind of getting below the fold here. So that's something I would
Mm.
look at. Now, the reason why you're not getting traffic to these is because these are not keyword targeted pages. So what you need to find is the keyword for your bulk orders. So medical apparel, bulk medical apparel. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Bulk medical, APPERA. Am I spelling APPAREL? That's what you told me.
APPAREL, yeah.
Got it. Okay. So let's look at that. We're looking in US. That seems like a, oh, wow. Okay. So bulk medical apparel is not a thing. So let's go to all
I think
keywords.
it
Mhm.
I think they use like in the medical term, I think they use like group orders or something like that.
Bulk medical, you said group orders,
Yeah, group orders.
medical apparel group. Let's just look that up. Broad, do page medical group apparel, 0 searches a month. So that's not what we're looking for. Let's go to related here. Nothing there. All keywords. Nothing there. Okay. So this is the trick. Once you figure out what your audience is looking for, I mean, there may be nobody else there, um, so medical, let's see,
Group
culinary,
orders. Try
what
try
is it?
medical group orders.
Medical. Well, how do you know that's not medical supplies? We'll look. Group.
Oh, or medical apparel group orders.
Yeah, then that's getting long. So what does that mean? Okay, so medical group orders. Okay, so you'll notice you got 10 searches a month there for medical Order of Saints Francis Medical Group. So that's not it. First Order Medical. So these are, you're finding medical groups now. And the search is still
Okay.
0 in the US. So that's small. Let's look at related. Okay, nothing related. Bulk. How about, okay, let's look up on Google and see what Google tells us. Bulk order medical clothing. Let's just see what Google tells us the keyword is. Okay. So sponsored shop wholesale uniforms. Okay, so that's telling us something there. Healthcare apparel uniforms,
Drugs
uh,
in bulk.
scrubs in bulk. All right, so let's go back and let's look that up. And I'll bet you that's gonna look better. There you go. Scrubs in bulk, 140 searches per month. Body scrub. Oh yeah, we don't need body scrub. Medical
No,
scrubs in
scrubs in
bulk.
bulk.
This is a better one. This has got a 37 difficulty. This has a 34 out of 100 difficulty. So that's competition. I just go after that right there. Scrubs in bulk. Let's look at related. Buy scrubs in bulk. That's someone I would just say go after that, because think about it. Scrubs in bulk is 140 searches a month. Buy
Hmm.
scrubs in bulk is 80, but scrubs in bulk is in buy scrubs in bulk. So you get two keywords for the price of one there. Um, you could say buy medical scrubs in bulk. And now you've got medical in there, and Google's going to know this, you know what these are. So, I mean, I would almost, I'm looking here, bulk scrubs, buy medical scrubs in bulk. I'm going to write that in the chat because you've got three keywords packed in there. There you go. Buy medical scrubs in bulk, buy bulk wholesale, nursing wholesale. Oh, well, here, this volume is off. So I'm going to flip that because this is going to give us higher volumes. Scrubs low cost, cheap scrub sets, scrub warehouse, wholesale, scrub vendors. Okay. You're welcome to look at these if you want, but these don't really stick out to me. I like the ones we found before.
Okay.
But yeah, so there you go.
So
Does that
buy medical scrubs in bulk.
Yep, buy medical scrubs in bulk. And I would, on that page, same page, I would say trusted. If you don't have it on here, put you're asking big companies to buy in bulk, tell them the other companies that have bought in bulk, you know? So put all of those sort of uh, trust building indicators on this page as well. You've got Samsung, you've got these others. And so I would say up to 35% off. Also, you say 35 here and 25 down here, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, it's 35. Okay. 35%. Oh, that's the other site. I'm getting them confused. Okay, cool. So if
Yeah.
it's up to 35% off when you order and your team, and then it's underneath here, satisfied customers, Samsung, Toshiba, whatever all these big companies are, it's going to be like, oh, I'm looking to buy scrubs in bulk. These people bought scrubs in bulk. And then, down at the bottom, you've got some testimonials down here. And whatever, maybe some badges on here just to show them you're reputable, possibly a phone number that they can call. If
Yeah.
they're ordering large amounts, that might be, and I know you do have that up here.
Hmm.
But a call today to place your order, that's possible as well. But yeah, you could definitely upgrade this a little bit, and I would have ChatGPT do some of the writing for that keyword as well, just kind of like we looked at.
Okay.
Uh,
Now, when you look at this,
uh,
like what you just highlighted,
yep,
we got five, like kind of five bullet points.
yep.
When you look over at the medical side, do you think that's a cleaner? I mean, the culinary side, do you
Yeah,
think that's
let's
a
look.
cleaner way to go? We tried to break it into
Complete the
three, make it easier,
form.
made it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, buy restaurant hotels, get started today. Receive a price. I like this. Receive a price quote. I like this. Receive a price quote in 3 easy steps. Complete the form below Include product style with quantities and comment section, receive a phone call and price quote within 24 hours. I would center this. That I keep highlighting everything. I would there. I would center
So I should
that.
bring that over to the medical.
Yeah, for sure. 3 easy steps, because if you're ordering a bunch of people, you got a bunch of things to do because you're obviously over some money. You got a lot of decisions. 3 easy steps is what I want personally. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This seems a little long. I really probably wouldn't
Mhm.
wouldn't look at all that. So yeah, I like what you just did there. That was awesome.
All right. So at least
Okay.
we're heading down the right direction.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Um, we offer, but now I would try to isolate the keyword here too. And you
Yeah.
you have keyword tools. You've been using keyword tools. Is that correct?
I mean, I'm not huge into it. I mean, when I have to, and I think it's really going to benefit, I'll
Great.
do my best.
Well, here's what I'd recommend. Another place you can find those keywords is just come over into your culinary or your medical site, go to full report, and then go to queries right here. So this is the last 3 months of activity. You can go longer than that up here if you want. Chef shoes, you've got, oh, here. And I do have a meeting starting right now, so I'm going to have to call it. But chef shoes, 281 clicks in the last 3 months. Kitchen shoes, chef clogs. And it tells you what you rank on average on Google
Mhm.
internationally for these keywords. So um, you can go down here and find sort of the best ranking keyword for bulk orders if there is something, and you can pull from this too. Okay.
Gotcha.
So
All right, that makes
anyway,
sense.
yeah, well, thank you so much for putting aside the time.